Welcome back. So finally, in all of this Vlogmas, yes, it's another day of Vlogmas. Today we are finally doing some embroidery. I meant to do a lot more embroidery during this series. It didn't happen. I'm sorry. But there's one project that we have left, and that will be for embroidery. So my mother is notoriously hard to buy presents for. It's just a fact. She's very picky and she has everything. So it's like perfect combination of a hard person to buy presents for. So one thing that she did mention that she wanted were aprons. So she watches like some TikTokers and stuff. They have like cute aprons when they cook. My mom loves to cook, so she wanted cute aprons. So I did find a few. Like I found her like Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, and they were all really cute. I was really looking for Easter, and I could not find a cute like Easter apron on Amazon anyway. So I just decided I'll get something that's kind of like pinkish, and I found like this pink plaid one, and then I can just embroider something Easter onto it. And that's kind of where we're at. So right now I just downloaded a file from Etsy, and I'm going to use that and show you how I put it into Embrilliance. I'm not really tweaking anything with the design other than like maybe colors, maybe not even that. I'm trying to keep it really simple. And then I'm going to blow the dust off of my embroidery machine because it's been a very long time since I've touched that thing. I don't even know where all the supplies are. We're going to go to the basement and find some stuff. Okay, let's go. I just went to downloads. Gives you some information here and then just tells you to download the file. Okay, so I downloaded the file. It was like a zipped folder, so I had to extract all the files, and here are all the files after being extracted. So it says it's a JPEG file, so that's going to show me what it looks like because I kind of forgot already. So there we are. Simple. I didn't want any applique. I wanted to keep it very simple, just full on stitching. So some bunny ears, some bunny feet, and it's just saying Happy Easter. Boom, that's it. I'll put this to the side so I can remember later. So when you're looking at the rest of these files, you look at the file extension. You can see it here where it says .dst, .exp, or here where it just says it's a DST or EXP file. That's the type of file that depends on your embroidery machine. So I have a Brother PE800, so it uses PES files. So it's good to save these other files just in case you end up switching or getting new embroidery machines later on. But right now, like, none of the rest of them are going to do anything for me. I just need this .pes file. And you'll see they're all 4 inches. Oh, I'm lying. No, look, scroll down. You can get bigger ones. 5 inch, 6 inch, 7, 8, 9. So different sizes. The big thing about embroidery files, it's not the same as like a SVG where you can just like maximize it infinitely and it maintains its quality. That doesn't happen with the embroidery file. So if the more you continue to maximize it, you're kind of like, think of it as like stretching the threads, and you're going to mess up your image. So you want to make sure you use the correct size file for your project. So because I have to do this project pretty quick today, unfortunately I can't go into like a full-on Embrilliance Essentials tutorial, but this is Embrilliance. I do plan on doing some more in-depth tutorials very soon, like after the new year. So I'm going to go just kind of really quickly. So this is not the size of my hoop. So this is, if you look in inches, this is 0. It's going all the way to 10. So this is showing like a 20 by like a 20-inch square. Obviously that's not what I have. I have a Brother PE800. So the biggest I can do is a 5x7. If you go to this icon right here, you can change your hoop size. So this is going by millimeters, and let me try to remember how many millimeters 5x7. When you click it, it'll tell you. See how it says 12x4, 6x10. There it is. So 130 millimeters by 180 is that approximately 5x7. So I'll click apply, and then that gives it to me. So this is portrait up and down. You can do landscape going this way if you'd like. I think this is going to work for me for this design since it is kind of up and down. So I'm going to go here where it looks like the needle and open my file, which is currently in my desktop. So just remember where you saved it. So that's where, when I download files, I just kind of always save them to the desktop for that reason. Here it is, Stitchtopia. Stitchtopia has good files. Happy Easter Bunny. So remember, I got to look for that .pes. So this is a 4-inch. Let's see what that looks like. You see how that's very small? I probably want it bigger than that. So I'm going to delete it and go back in. Remember, go back to the needle. Find your file. So let's try the 6-inch bunny. So just keep scrolling. 6-inch PES. That's really filling up the space. I think that's going to be the move. Okay, so I went back to grab the apron just to double check. And yeah, that size should be fine. The only thing I'm worried about is how thin this material is. I don't know if you can see that. I was expecting it to be thicker. It's not. It is really cute though, this like pink and white plaid. So to me it's like perfect for Easter. Okay, so this is my 6-inch in here and it's already centered on the hoop. I really don't want to mess with anything. The only thing I want to do is like set up the colors so I can kind of visualize. So I'm a very visual person, so I know this is a step most people can skip, but like not me. So I use Madeira threads. So I'm gonna go ahead here. All I did was click here in the properties under the colors. Excuse me. And I'm gonna switch to the Madeira poly. The one I have is like white. I don't remember the exact color names. Might be this super white. 1801 sounds familiar, but I can always switch it downstairs. My mom likes really bright colors, so I figured let's brighten this up some. I think I want like an aqua blue. She really looks aqua blue, and so do I. I got the color number, full aqua. Yeah, I have that downstairs. Yeah, to me that looks cute. Purple would also look good. I'm a big fan of purple, like a lavender. But this, she'll like this. I can visualize it now. And you'll see here's the steps. You can also go to this stitch simulator here. I really like this thing. You can press play and it's going to simulate how it's going to stitch out. Again, very visual person, so this just kind of helps. And if that's a little too slow for you, you can, like it is for me, you can just move the bar here at your own speed. You'll see it's going to do all the white first, then all the pink. Very nice and simple. Then all the aqua blue. So I need to save it, but I need to put flash drive. So I want to save it as both, really, a working file and as a stitch file. So I can do that here and save them both. Save as stitch and working file. The stitch and the working file, basically one is this, like, so I can come in here and edit it in Embroidered, and the other one is for the machine, so that the machine can get the information and send it to Embroidered. Okay, that's all for here. Let's go downstairs. Okay, so I'm like really scared about this fabric right now. It's so thin. I should have paid attention to this like when I bought it on Amazon. I'm scared that I'm gonna put it in the heat press and it's gonna melt. We'll see. Pray for me. Well, it didn't melt. Okay, I am going to fold it and press it again so I can get the center line. And it makes it easier to hoop this thing. Maybe you can't tell, but I'm like super nervous. This is the only apron that I bought like this, and it's like 2 days till Christmas, so I don't have enough time to buy another one at this point. I really don't want to mess it up. I mean, I have other gifts from my mom, but like I was just really excited that she'd have like an apron that I embroidered for her. So it's just been so long since I've embroidered. It's like my stomach is in like knots. It's not like just jumping down to the Cricut for me. Like I'm way better at Cricut than I am at embroidery. So here we go. Let's try it. Here was nothing. Let's try and hoop this bad boy. So what I'm gonna do is float it, and I'm gonna use 2 pieces of cutaway stabilizer to make sure that it's nice and strong. Okay, so I already hooped. That's all I put within the hoop is the 2 pieces of cutaway stabilizer. So now I'm going to use the guide. I'm going to put that right in there. So make sure to line the guide up with the notches that are already on there. And then I just use a pencil and I just mark the center lines right onto the stabilizer. I made them really faint so maybe you can't see, but I promise they're there. The main ones I need is just the middle. So now I need some basting adhesive. There's lots of different kinds you can buy. This is all gunked up, as you can see from all the basting adhesive I've sprayed over the years. I don't want this getting all over my floor, so I'm going to take it somewhere and just kind of spray this whole thing. Okay, it's all sprayed, nice and sticky. Remember, I folded this down the middle. So, oh crap, I did it the wrong way though. That was smart. Please hold. Okay, so I had to go back and make sure I press it the opposite way around. So this is the back. So that when I take this half, all I'm going to do is line it up with the dots that I just marked, because I know that's my center line. And then this is already sticky, so I'm just going to put it down. And then I can open it up. That should be nice and centered right there. But I always double check it, put my guide back on. See if that's matching up with the center line that I like, the ironed line. Okay, looks good. Now, because I floated it, I want to make sure that the fabric stays in place. That's very important, so that it doesn't move around. If it shifts, that's going to mess up the embroidery. So I'm going to use some pins, and I'm going to pin it to pin the apron to the stabilizer. So that's what it looks like, all pinned. I try to stay as much to the sides as possible so it doesn't get in the way of the design. Okay, now let's work on the design and getting it loaded into the machine. So you'll see I already put in the flash drive with the file loaded. So here I'm going to go to this little symbol here, which kind of like means USB. You'll see the files I have here. I saved it the same exact way twice, just under 2 different names, so it doesn't matter which one I click. We'll make sure, like, it's telling me no to this and no to that. These are the different sizes of hoops that it could possibly be. So this is the biggest one that my machine will do, which is a 5x7. It'll tell me no, I can't do this size. See, beep 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 beep. It won't let me do these little ones. It'll let me do that one. So I can go to set. If I wanted to move it within the hoop, I could do that now. If I wanted to resize it, rotate it, but I've already done that in Embroidered, which is much better. So I don't like to touch it here. Once it's here, I don't like to touch it. So I'm going to go to edit/end. Again, it's asking me if I want to do anything. I'm going to be like, no. If I wanted to do a trace really quick, I can do a quick trace. And it's just showing me the limits of my design to make sure I'm not hitting any pins or anything. And it's going right where it needs to go. Cool. It's good. It's good. Okay. Now I'm just going to click embroidery. And I should have 3 steps. Yeah, my 3 steps for my 3 colors. It goes white, the pink, and then the aqua blue. Should take 15, 14, and then 8 minutes with a total of 38 minutes. I've completed so far 0 out of 3 steps. I've completed so far 0 out of 18,389 stitches. So we've got a ways to go. So when I'm ready to go, I'll do here, but I need to load up my threads first. So the first thread is the white. So I use this thread base thingy. It helps it so that the thread stays on better. So I have to run it through here before sending it to the machine. Now I'm just running it through the numbers the same like I always would. Now that my thread is all set up, I'm ready to get this party started. So first things first, I need to drop my needle. Once I do it, it lights up green. That means it's ready to boogie. And I just let it do its thing. Okay, our bunny is looking good so far. Stitch is looking good. Now it's time to switch the color to the pink. So I'm in the background working on some sublimation tumblers, and all of a sudden I hear the machine stop, and I'm thinking, oh cool, it's done, because I knew where it was at before, right? No, we're missing the rest of the E. Why? The bobbin thread is almost empty. But is it empty? Could you not just finish the E? That's all we had left. But alright, I guess I gotta fix it. So I do have these pre-wound bobbin threads, so I don't have to worry about like winding up some bobbin thread right now. This is what's really easy. I wish my sewing machine was this easy to replace the bobbin thread. It's like such a simple process, but it shows you right here. It's got to like make the letter P for perfect sewing or perfect embroidery. All you gotta do is drop it right in there and follow it through the little channel here and cut it. And that's it. Put the lid back on and you're good to go. And she's done. She's looking good. Let's hope it's all centered and everything by the time I take it off. It looks pretty good. I just need to cut away the cutaway stabilizer now. So even though this is an apron, and so obviously she's gonna wear it on top of clothes, so like this is not gonna like be on her skin, I'm still gonna put some tender touch on it just to kind of like hold everything together, like to hold like so that like the threads don't come out and stuff. I'm also going to go ahead and, you know, cut some of the big threads because I don't want them to ever like get snagged on something. Not every thread has to be cut, but just the big ones, because see, like say, something like that, see that, I don't want it to get snagged later and then, you know, start pulling. Last thing before the tender touch is I have to reheat my my heat press. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all of these threads, like the jump stitches and whatnot, before I do the tender touch. I'll save the tender touch for the end because again I have to reheat my heat press again. I think that came out pretty good. Way better than I had even hoped or expected. So I guess embroidery is kind of like riding a bike. No matter how long it's been, you still remember, you kind of got that muscle memory. Just hop right back on.
What you got?